Good morning, guys. It's Maggie, and I am back today. Today, I am finally getting IV fluids. I am very much looking forward to it. I shared on Instagram last night how it finally got situated because I was actually supposed to get them yesterday, but nobody called to schedule with me. So around 5 p.m. yesterday, I finally found a phone number and decided to give them a call myself. They were very apologetic and unsure why nobody called me to schedule, but it's fine. It's all good. So then at 8 p.m., a nurse finally called me. Unfortunately, what I do on my phone is at 8 p.m., I turn off notifications unless it's a family member calling me in case there, is some emergency. So when the nurse called, it didn't go through. But for my dad, who was my emergency contact, he got a call from the nurse. He was super worried that something was wrong because he saw my hospital name on there. But thankfully, it was just the infusion nurse calling to set up for today. So he gave me her phone number. I called her back and we got it all situated. She will be here probably in about an hour and a half, but something I had to do this morning because I didn't realize that this would be the case. I am going to keep the IV in and try to make it last so that way I can just set up the fluids myself later on. I'll get an infusion today and then hopefully keep it lasting for 2 to 3 days and set up fluids in a few days. I don't know how that's going to work out, but that does save costs if I can keep this IV. But I had to get up early because I needed to film something for the work that I do, and it was a refilm. And the outfit that I wore originally, it's a very tight top. It's like a sports, quarter zip. So I don't think that I could get the shirt on with an IV in and not have it be obvious and not risk, bumping the IV out of place. So I was going to film it tomorrow, but since I will most likely have an IV in still tomorrow, we got up early and we just did it today. So I'm editing that now. I do need to get the IV pole set up, get that all situated, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Not looking forward to keeping an IV in. I don't mind it for the infusion, but it does get a little irritating. So I might look into getting some like AquaGuard or something for when I shower. But yeah, that's the update. Okay, I just got the call from the nurse. She's actually going to be here in about 45 minutes, so right around 10 a.m. So I'm going to quickly edit this and get my stuff together. So we're good to go. Okay, so this IV pole gets pretty tall. It does feel really flimsy though, so I don't know. We'll see how it works. But I'm using it right now, but my tripod actually has like a hook on it and it's very sturdy, much more than this. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, I'll probably set this up by the computer because I feel like I'm gonna be there. Or maybe I should set it up by the chair. I don't know. Well, I gotta get a little heating pack. I'm gonna use a microwave one, so I'm not needing to plug in my heating pad to warm up some areas on my arm prior to her getting here, so that way hopefully my veins are open. And I've been trying to hydrate, although I lost a lot of fluid last night. I emptied my bag, I think 5 times from 10 p.m. to this morning. Maybe 6. I know it was 3 times before I finally was able to fall asleep. It just kept filling up with pretty much water. And then I think I woke up at least once in the middle of the night, and then I woke up around 6 a.m. completely full. Since then, I've emptied it another time. Yeah. It was a lot. I probably should have written it down, but we're getting fluids today. It'll be okay. Wait, guys, I have never seen this before. This is so cool. So I was sitting here, like, they keep telling me 250 milliliters an hour. The nurse did confirm it's a 4-hour infusion. And I was sitting here like, I think it's going over gravity. I didn't get a pump or anything to, you know, do this. So how the heck is it going to go in at 250? There are, like, equations that you can do based on how fast the drip is going in this little chamber here. So I thought maybe the nurse is coming with a pump. I don't know. But I just took a look at the tubing. I've never seen this before. Look at this. Now, some of you have probably seen this. I don't know if you can read that. It says off, open, and then it's got milliliters per hour on it. So I guess you turn this. Can you see that? How cool is that? I'm so excited. Oh, I just got nervous. That's why I'm shaking. But I'm so excited about that. Okay, so that makes sense. I was totally confused about that, but there we go. I'm looking at the tubing though. It doesn't look super long. 84 inch. That's fine. Okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. She said something about extension tubing. I don't know if she's gonna bring it. I don't see any extension tubing. I just see the regular, you know, the tubing that you spike the bag with, but okay. Here we go. All right, guys. It is like an hour later. Took 2 tries, but we have an IV. So there you go. She told me that typically patients who keep their IV in, they're given heparin, which I was not given, but I asked her, like, can I try to keep it in, see if I can flush it every day and keep it patent? She said sure, and then if it doesn't, I can give them a call to get a replacement, basically. So I gotta hook myself back up to the fluids, which I have right beside me. I've got the pole right there. So, forgot I gotta get some alcohol wipes. Okay, alcohol wipes. All right, so if you can see, there's a little cap on the end there that's got some alcohol in it, so it just keeps the end of your IV sterile. I mean, the hospital I used to work at, we did not start using those caps until very close to the last time I was there. So, just gonna scrub the end to be sure. What did I do with the flush? Okay. Flush. So you take the cap. Nan, what are you doing? Take the cap off. Get the air out of it. So I usually pull back and then pull forward a little bit. Hook me up. Okay. Unclamp. Pray to God that it still flushes. It does. Yay. I was really worried. 10 milliliters. Well, I might as well get all of it. I've got a bunch of flushes, so I'll take the extra 10 milliliters. Why not? Also, she took my vitals and my blood pressure was a little low, which is not surprising. Because when you're dehydrated, your blood pressure tends to go down and your heart rate tends to go up. Although my heart rate was, I think, 78 or something. So, there we go. I don't know, I feel like, do I really need to put all of this in? I'm flushing very slowly. I'm being very careful with this because the first IV did not work. Like, it worked for a second and then, yeah. Alright, that's probably fine. It's all good and flushed. figured I would show it on camera. Why not? Okay.
Doing great.
Thank you.
Do you need help with anything?
Take the little red cap off. Come on, buddy. There we go. It's not on there cockeyed, is it? That looks good. And what do? Open the clamp. And there she goes, although you can't see it. Let me get the camera up there. So this will run over a few hours. Let me show you this a little bit closer. So she actually said she tried it out with me. She has it wide open. So she didn't set it to any particular rate. She said you do use the drip factor with it. So you count the drips, I don't know, calibrate it. I've never seen this before, but I thought that was really cool. But it's wide open. So it's just going as fast as basically it can go. I might be able to play with it a little bit by raising the IV pole, but we're here most of the day. I think it'll finish before we have to leave for the thing, so there we go. Okay, it is a few hours later. I took a little nap and I'm just finishing it now. Let me see. See, there's the end of it. Oh yeah, no it's not. Okay. Alright, as you can see, we're getting some backflow of blood, which is what I don't want. So very quickly, we're gonna actually unscrew this. So, the reason you don't want blood in your tube is it can clot and then make it more difficult for you. We're gonna flush that back into me real quick. There we go. Give it a good flush, and then I'm going to try and clamp it kind of right as you're flushing, so that way there's pressure in that tube, keeping your blood from going in the tube. Alright, that's probably about it. See? We were clamped. Sorry, it's trying to focus on my face. So then I'm going to use my little hub. I don't know if you can see that. Basically, it's got alcohol in there. Can you see it? It acts as a little cap. Like that. So we're all set. So this is a little bit of fabric. Now it's got dog fur on it, but a little bit of fabric that I can put around this. This is pretty long, so I might actually grab a piece of tape and just kind of like loop it or something. I don't know. Well, for right now, I'll just put this on. It's kind of loose on me. Ah, jeez. Alright, maybe I'll cut another piece that's bigger. I don't know. It didn't work very well. It's very loose on me. It is what it is. Okay, guys. So, all done. It was like 2:30, I think. Yeah. I don't feel any different. I don't know. I'm gonna throw this out. But I do have my ultrasound tonight, so we're gonna go to that. But I've got a few hours before that, so successfully did our first bag of fluids. There we go. I don't know why this is making me feel like a patient, and I haven't felt that way in a long time. It's like one thing to go in for a scope and get an IV, and it's like, I don't know, that's just maintenance, but this makes me feel like a sick person. I don't know. Like sitting in my home, giving myself IV fluids. Well, I don't know if I feel any different. I don't think I do. But just to know that I've got an extra liter of fluids in me right now is... mentally, I feel better. So, I'm still drinking. I'm still going to keep hydrating as best as I can orally. My output's still water. I would say that it is, like, the output is worsening. Because at least, you know, this weekend and last week, I was having instances of more, like, oatmeal type output. It was not a lot of the time, but I haven't had that kind of output in 2 days now, I think. So, yeah, I don't know. I also have to get the labs done. And I was looking, because where I get my ultrasound tonight, they have a lab, and I wouldn't have to print anything because it's within the same system as where the labs are ordered. But they didn't have any appointments late. Like, I think the last appointment was at 1:30, so I'm not going to sit there in the parking lot for, 5 hours waiting for my ultrasound. So, oh well. So I think I'll try and get the printer working tomorrow, print my labs, and drive myself to the lab tomorrow. That's my plan as of right now. We'll see if I actually get it done. Now, I'm due for Humira today. I think that I'm going to hold it, because infection potential. I don't know what it is that's making my intestines do this, but it could be an infection. And I have to get a Humira level drawn, which you're supposed to get that drawn before you get your dose. So, I'm already like 2 weeks late on it. That's the problem. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be accurate. Honestly, maybe I should just hold on to that lab and not get that one done. He wanted me to get it done, but that's when we were thinking I was going to get the labs done earlier in the week, and that just didn't work out. But yeah. Anyways, let's go do something positive. Let me show you our little, it's not that great, but let me show you our little pumpkin patch that we attempted this year. We've got a couple of pumpkins and some gourds. Okay, here's the first one. I don't know what this mixed with, but it's kind of like a pale orange mini pumpkin. I didn't get any big pumpkins this year, sadly. But I got that guy. I've got this one over here. Now there are some gourds all throughout here. I've got Dixie right behind me. Hi, Dixie. Hey, Wigs. Thank you. Thank you. You were very concerned, weren't you? Oh, you're going to run through all my gourds. Okay. Dixie. Dixie. Out that way. Go that way. Come on. Out. Thank you. All right, look at these. Do you see that? Like a insanely long neck. They're really cool. It's got a little bit more to grow, though. What is this one? Oh, look at that. Look at this guy. See that? Sorry, my leaf and my hand are in the way. There we go. Ooh! That one's awesome. Very cool. I do have a few in the house that I already picked and a couple of small pumpkins, but hopefully these guys grow quick because I think we have a cold front coming. I feel like you guys can probably tell my energy is just, it's shot. I know, like, I obviously wasn't, you know, running a marathon or anything, but I don't know, it's stressful meeting a new nurse, having them place an IV, taking a couple tries, and it's just, I'm not thrilled that I have to do this, so I don't know. It's a little tiring. Not so much physically, but mentally. Dixie, what are you doing? What are you eating? Come here. What are you doing? You just wagging your tail, prancing along. Come on. Come on, Dixie. Let's go. What are you doing? Alright guys, we are now on our way to my ultrasound. I am actually very glad that Zach's coming to this one. Not I like when you're there generally.
I like being there.
Yes, it gives me comfort, but especially today because it's already been a medically heavy day. I know that getting an IV and getting fluids like this is not a big deal for some, but for me it's a new process, so it's a little exhausting. So I'm glad that I got Zach here. I'm just getting a kidney ultrasound on the left kidney because I told you guys a few weeks back that I was experiencing some pain, and now I'm worried that it was dehydration, and maybe Lefty is not happy about that. So we'll see. I really don't know honestly how much an ultrasound's going to tell us about it, but there's that. So we're on our way, and then and then we're gonna go, I think, out to dinner, which both of us, I realized it was either yesterday or this morning.
Yeah.
It's our 2-year wedding anniversary next Monday, so
10/10.
yeah, I was like, we're going out to dinner Monday, and he goes, what's Monday? I'm like, don't worry,
Well, you
forgot.
just said Monday. I didn't hear. If I heard the date, I would have been.
It wasn't on the top of your mind for the last year. Come on. With everything else going on.
I picked the easiest date for us to remember.
You picked the easy. You picked it.
We picked it. Sorry.
I picked it. It was me. I picked it. I picked it before you even engaged. We got engaged.
That's
so
fair.
yeah,
She did.
I did. I'm a brat. I recognize that. Got my ring back on. Some of you guys said that I might have to get it re-dipped, which I've never heard of. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. I'm intrigued by that.
So we'll see. It's not bugging me right now, but I have no idea. But yeah, we'll head to the ultrasound. Look at how pretty fall is behind us. Zach's actually gonna come in, because why not?
I've been sitting all day. I need to walk around and stretch. Worst case, I'll just do loops around the building.
Yeah. So hopefully this is quick and easy, and hopefully my bladder is full enough, although they're not even looking at my bladder, I don't think so. Just my kidneys. Okay, I am all done. Zach could not come in with me. It went great. There are Christmas lights at this farm over here. This is, I think, the farm that we visited in the summertime, because when I would go to my ENT. I'm back.
I was singing.
Ooh, I just fell in the car.
I was singing some Britney Spears to myself.
Good. Good choice. Why are there actual lights?
I'm very puzzled myself. I've been walking 3 laps around the hospital, and I believe it's the farm's driveway. I don't really know where access road and.
Well, Merry Christmas in October.
It's weird.
All right, guys, we are home now. The ultrasound went pretty well. Definitely took a little more time on the right side than the left because, well, I do have an ileostomy bag that was kind of in the way. And then I don't know if, like, anatomically things are different on the right side. I'm at least missing a small amount of ureter, and I know that the surgeon had to, like, tilt my kidney and stitch it to something because it was kinked. So who knows? She could have been looking at a circus in there. I really don't know. But once she got to the left side, obviously there's no ostomy bag, and it was free and clear, and the left side is what I was having pain on. So I really haven't been having any kidney pain, though, at least for a week now, if not longer than that. So I let her know, and I explained, you know, possible dehydration, and she said, oh, maybe that's why you were having the kidney pain. And I was like, makes sense, but yeah, and still have the IV. It is bugging me a little bit just because it's right, the vein is on the bone in my wrist, so it's just kind of positional. But yeah, I had to like bend my wrist to get it to flow faster, and I could like move my hand a little bit and it would slow down, so it's alright. I don't know how long this thing is gonna last. I don't know if I'm gonna get another infusion. So we'll see how it goes. We will see. I really hope I can get one more out of it. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I think that I'm going to end this vlog because I'm tired. I want to chill. I will say that my head feels a little bit clearer, a little bit less headachy than it normally does, but I don't know if that's just coincidence or what, but didn't have to take Tylenol today for my head, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, anyways, guys, I hope that you are feeling good, and I will see you in the next. Bye, guys.